faced with the overwhelming task of cleaning up. Hi, Dave.
Yeah, hi, good morning, Sue. And there's still a lot of cleanup to do. I mean, folks here are still without power, and in most cases, they're still without telephone service. And most everybody knows that children's toys in liquor stores do not mix, but storms don't know that. And look at what this storm mixed up right here on Main Street. Here's part of a roof right down here, and there's no way we're going to be able to stick that in this wayward trash can over here, but we can see where it possibly came from right over there. How about that? And just below it is the United States Post Office here at Buffalo Lake, Minnesota. May we say former post office, because this thing's been closed and all the postal operations have been moved to a small town west of here. That's how badly trashed this building is. And you know, they always tell you to dive for cover during these storms, and let's give you a dramatic example of why. This has to be the most amazing picture of this storm we have found so far. Just look at this thick piece of conduit. The storm turned into a spear. It rammed into the living room window of the Zion Lutheran Church's parsonage. Now the rod bolted through a screen, a window, a couch cushion, and buried itself in a wall. Pastor Mark Little surely knows the power of the Lord and nature.
Awesome and terrifying and all of that. So you know that you're not in control.
Well, cleaning up is about the only thing that they can control here this morning. There were about 15 businesses down Main Street and elsewhere that got banged up in the storm. About 70 to 80 homes got banged up as well, some worse than others. Some will actually have to be bulldozed. They are about to go into a meeting right now down at the local school, and they're going to be talking about volunteers. Chances are they are going to allow more volunteers in today, and they have told me to put out a number in case you are interested in volunteering. That number is 320-905-4713. You see it there on your screen, and we, of course, will show it to you several times as we go throughout the show here. That's the number you should call first if you want to come here to volunteer to clean up or otherwise donate equipment. And, of course, they will be back at work here. They will be working on removing this rubble once again shortly after 8:30 this morning. Sue?
Yeah, Dave, I know that a lot of times for people who've been through a tornado and had their home totally destroyed, it's a lot easier for a stranger to come in and help sort through all their belongings because it's just too emotional for those people.
It is very, very emotional. A lot of people were very stunned yesterday. We are expecting that people are probably going to be even more emotional today as a lot of this finally sinks in.
Thanks so much, Dave. We'll check back with you. Well, people in Buffalo Lake need all the help they can get, and many times people want to send clothes or food, but money is actually what's needed most. If you want to contribute, you can send your donation to the Buffalo Lake Disaster Relief Fund, care of Send Bank, P.O. Box 188, Buffalo Lake, Minnesota 55314. Governor Pawlenty says he'll do everything possible to help storm victims.